Lately, everyone has been practicing well. Many have understood how to practice. Before, when we tend to think about how to practice, we tend to think about only sitting and walking meditation. That is not wrong, but that is just the one way how to practice. But the core principle is cultivating mindfulness or sati. The mindfulness that we have to study, that we have to prosper, it is called the foundation of mindfulness. In the main text, it's called Sati Mahasut. That's the teaching when the Lord Buddha taught the Kuru tribe in the past. The Kuru tribes, those people, they are well known that they are with a lot of wisdom. So this lesson was taught about how to cultivate mindfulness. Many of the masters even said that when we have mindfulness, that's when we practice. When we do not have mindfulness, that's when we are not practicing. But in the present, many people do not recognize the importance of mindfulness. They only focus on the practice, meditation practice, so that the mind can be calm, can be peaceful. This type of practice has been there long before the Buddhism time. Prince Sintrata, when he practiced, he started with this type of practice. When the mind is calm, there's no suffering. But as you exit samadhi, this type of calmness samadhi, then the mind struggles again, the mind suffers again. So he realized that this type of samadhi is not long-lasting. When you are not with this calmness of samadhi, suffering returns. If you practice, if you are skillful in the practice, you will see that even in the calmness state, the mind still suffer. The mind still carry burdens. It still have burdens. They still have things to do. Similarly to eating the meals, it's like you are full for a while, and then after a while you have to eat again. You are hungry again. So it's like trying to find happiness from this calmness type of samadhi. When samadhi is depleted, you will have to try to get into that state again. So the mind still grasping the mental object. It creates this grasping to exist. The states can be with the form or with no form, but it's still grasping something. Right now, the mind is in the, like us, we are in the human state. So many people thought that when the mind is calm, peaceful in the stillness, in this type of calmness samadhi, the mind does not struggle. The mind is not suffering. But that is not so. The Buddha said that the foundation of mindfulness, that is the only path to be free, to end suffering. You cannot beg, you cannot ask for the suffering to end. We have to help ourselves. We have by learning about ourselves. The goal of Buddhism is to be free from suffering, to be truly liberated. At first, when you started to practice, suffering is less, is shorter, but at the end, the goal is to be completely free of suffering. At the end, those who are enlightened, although they still have the body, the aggregate, but the mind no longer suffers. But when they die, that's no more body. The suffering completely ends. That is nibbana. If we are wise enough to see the truth is that the 5 aggregates are suffering. If we truly can see that, we can let go of them. We can let go of the body and the mind. Because the body and the mind are suffering, but we don't really see that. Nibbana is like the pure element that we cannot grasp yet. Until one day we can truly see the truth. For enlightened ones, when the mind is truly liberated, the mind is free from suffering, but the body is still there. When the bodies break down at the end, when they passed away, they will be truly, completely free from suffering. If you can see that, if you see this truth, you will see that the body and the mind are suffering. But when we don't see that, we think that this body and mind are ours, and there is a self, like this is mine. If you see the truth, you will see that the body and the mind keeps changing all the time. It suffers all the time. We always part from the thing that we love. We get sick. We are unhappy all the time. There are so many sufferings that is going on all the time. When we still are holding on to the body, we suffer. When we are still holding on to the mind, we suffer. The 5 aggregates is like the coal that is lit. The lit coal with the flame, it may look beautiful, but if you grab it, it would burn our hands. It will make us suffer. If we have the wisdom, we will see that this beautiful coal brings us suffering and we would not grab it. Every time if you hold on to this lit coal, it will burn our hands and will suffer. So we have to learn again and again to see the truth of this body and this mind, that they are nothing but suffering. It's nothing that we should hold on to. Then we can let go of them. But how to see this truth, that they are nothing but suffering? This is the lesson of the foundation of mindfulness. Toward the end, the final chapters of the foundation of mindfulness is to learn about this truth. The beginning of the lesson of the foundation of mindfulness is to understand how to cultivate sati or mindfulness. And as the lesson progress is to teach ourselves how to cultivate wisdom. If we only just sit and meditate all day and night without cultivating wisdom, it cannot help us. We cannot let go of the things that make us suffer, which are the body and the mind, or the five aggregates. But if we see the truth of the body and the mind, if we have wisdom to see that, we can let go of them. We will see that they are nothing that we should hold on to. It's like the lit coal that we should not grab on, or otherwise it will burn our hands. But to see this, we have to see the truth of the body and the mind. We have to truly see the truth of the body and the mind, that they are not us, and they are nothing but suffering. There's nothing but suffering that arise and fall. If you see the truth of the body and the mind, if you truly can see this, we no longer will try to hang on to this body and this mind. There's no more wanting this body and this mind to be happy, to be from suffering, because they are suffering. We no longer want to hold on to them. But right now, because we do not know that, we are trying to hold on to this body and this mind. But they actually are not under our control. They are impermanent. They are suffering because they are all that. So they would bring us. They would bring nothing but suffering. If you can truly see that, you can let go of them. When you have the wisdom to see this truth of the body and the mind becomes dispassionate of the body and the mind, and it can let go of them. So the Four Noble Truth is to see the truth. When we see the truth, we don't want to hold on to them any longer. So we practice, so the mind can see this truth. The way to practice is the foundation of mindfulness, and cultivate the wisdom to see the truth. The two important tools that we need to cultivate the wisdom is to have the correct sati or mindfulness. And the second tool is the correct samadhi. The correct samadhi is when the mind becomes the stable observer without you trying to make the mind stable. If you practice enough, automatic mindfulness and automatic samadhi those are which are the correct sati and correct samadhi will arise on its own. The correct samadhi, they are automatic without we are trying to create them. It is a stable observer. What does it see? What does it observe? It observes the truth. It observes the phenomena as it is. We keep seeing the phenomena as it is again and again repeatedly until it sees, it understands that the body and the mind is nothing but suffering. Itself, by itself, the body and the mind, they are suffering. In the practice from Luangpu's experience, the hardest thing is to practice until the mind becomes the knower, the stable observer. Because most of the time, the mind is like the clinger, the thinker, the fabricator. But to change that mind into the mind that is a true knower, the stable observer, that is difficult. But once you can attain that, the practice will not be difficult anymore. Because the mind that is a stable observer is the key to cultivate wisdom. It will know so of the body and the mind as they are and see the phenomena as it is. So see that the body and the mind is impermanent, suffering, non-self. It will see that the five aggregates, the form, the feeling, the mental formation, everything in the five aggregates, they are impermanent, non-self and suffering. If the mind is a stable observer, it will see that the aggregate, that which is the perception and interpretation, this aggregate it can be difficult to understand and to see. Like the perception and interpretation, for example, when we hear the word mother, father, we know what that means. Or when we see the car, we recognize, perceive it, and we interpret that it is a car. We have the memory of the past. But even this aggregate, when the mind is a stable observer, even the perception, interpretation, memory, that is also fall into the three characteristics that it is impermanent, non-self, and suffering. This aggregate it can be difficult to understand, to see. Luangpu wondered about that before too. Luangpu could see other aggregates that they fall under the three characteristics, that the mental formation, the feeling, those are not too difficult to see that they are impermanent, suffering, and non-self. But Luangpu, when he was a lay person, he wondered about the perception and interpretation aggregate, how it fall under the three characteristics. And one day, as he walked home from work, he did the walking meditation from work when he went back home. And then he took a ferry ride toward his home. And then he wondered about this aggregate, the interpretation, how it fall under the three characteristics. As the fairy reached the destination, as he got out from the ferry and he walked out toward the bus stop because he was about to take the bus to go home after the ferry. And then he saw that even the perception interpretation was impermanent. His perception was gone. He forgot everything. He forgot who he was. He forgot where he was going. But he was not frightened. He realized that he was not afraid of this phenomena. He saw everything that's changing. He saw people walking past him. It's just the phenomena that was happening. After a while, the perception interpretation aggregate returned. He remembered who he was. He remembered where he was going. And then he realized that even this aggregate, the perception interpretation, it is also unreliable. It is impermanent, non-self. So this perception interpretation, that is also including memory, this aggregate, it can be difficult to see and understand. Unlike the mental formation or the feeling that you can observe more easily. Like the memory, sometimes we do not remember. It's the mind show Luangpo that even the perception and interpretation, including the memory, it is impermanent. It's not about losing the mind or the brain was getting old and do not remember. But this aggregate is really truly unreliable. Those who think that they can recall the past life and they see a person and they said, oh, that's my former husband from the past life or former wife from the past life. You do not have to believe that. If the vision of the things that you remember from the past life give you more craving, you don't have to rely on them. Like there is a fortune teller who is in the news right now. When Luangpo was sick, this fortune teller claimed that he is able to see the past life of anyone. So as they get sick, it's because of their bad deeds from the past life. Someone told Luangpo to do that, to meet this fortune teller when Luangpo was ill. Luangpo didn't believe it at all. So you cannot fix the karma, you cannot fix the deeds that we have done already. That is to fix the karma that has been done before, the bad deeds that have been done before. That is not the nature of Buddhist. We do not believe in that. Luangpo didn't believe this fortune teller at all. So if you're Buddhist, we do not believe in these things that do not make sense. For the perception and interpretation and memory, this aggregate, some can even remember their past lives. But usually they remember and it gives them the wisdom that to be stuck in samsara is so much suffering. But if you remember something that would increase your defilement, for example, that you thought that you are someone so important that can increase your defilement, your ego. But if you see the past life and you see how being stuck in samsara brings so much suffering, that is a wisdom. There was a master who practiced very diligently, so much perseverance. And one asked, how do you practice so diligently? And that master replied that he remembered that his past life, one time he was a cow. He was born as a cow. And his owner tied him into the rope and forgot him and left him there. And he was under the hot sun and he was so thirsty and there was no water. The owner didn't return for a long time. So that cow was standing under the hot sun. It was very thirsty. It suffered a lot. When it saw people passing by, it tried to jump. It tried to signal, tell the people the passerby to give them the cow water. The cow was full of saliva because it was so thirsty. People who passed by thought that the cow was crazy. The cow was mad, so instead they ran away. Nobody helped the cow. So when the owner returned and found the cow so thirsty, then the owner took the cow to drink water. And this master remembered that life. And he realized how much suffering it can bring when you are stuck in samsara. That's why he practiced diligently. That master didn't eat a lot, didn't sleep a lot. So his body could not sustain life for too long. So he passed away when he was young. That master didn't have much to eat. He only had sticky rice with salt. So he didn't get any protein. So his body was very thin. Luangpu met this master long time ago when he was a lay person. When Luangpu met this master, he went with a doctor who is a relative of Luangpu. And the doctor examined this master and found that the master intestine was blocked, and it was very dangerous, and that he needed operation right away. The master has surgery, but the surgery didn't go well, and the master realized that he didn't have much time, so he wished to come back to the temple. As he returned to the temple, when he was by himself, he passed away. When he passed away, his smile was beautiful, but you don't have to ask Luangpu how Luangpu knew, because somebody told Luangpu. So if you remember your past life and it help reduce your defilement, that is good, that is beneficial. Now back to that aggregate, the perception, interpretation, and memory. That aggregate is also impermanent, suffering, and non-self. The next aggregate, the mental formation. Sometimes we form wholesomeness, sometimes we form unwholesomeness. For example, sometimes the mind gets angry, the mind is angry. We try for the anger not to arise, but that cannot be controlled. When we get angry, the anger is only there for a while. When we love, the love there is also there for a while. So the wholesomeness, unwholesomeness states, they are all impermanent. They arise and fall. And they are non-self. They are not under our control. So as you practice the five aggregates, the first four, the form, the feeling, the perception, interpretation, and memory, and the mental formation. You will see the last four first, but and the consciousness aggregate, that is the one that the last one that one usually see. The consciousness is the thing that knows so of the other four aggregates. When the mind becomes a stable observer, it will see that the consciousness is the thing that knows so of the other four. We feel that the consciousness is us, but how to see that even the consciousness is not us? We have to cultivate wisdom even further. And you will see that even the consciousness arise and fall. Sometimes the knower arise, sometimes the consciousness become the knower, sometimes the consciousness or the mind is a knower, sometimes it becomes a thinker that is lost in thought, sometimes it is arise at the eye, ears. But if your mind is not a stable observer, you cannot see the mind that is a knower and the mind that is lost. When you're not practicing, the mind is lost all day long. So you have to train ourselves so that the mind is a knower, and you will see that even the knower arise and fall. The trained mind, the skilled mind, it will see that even the mind that is a knower arise and fall. The mind that is arise at the eyes, ears, nose, tongue arise and fall. The mind that is a knower only arise and then fall. And then the mind arise at the eyes, it arise and then it fall. And then the mind becomes a knower again. The mind that is a knower arise for a while, and then it fall, and then the mind become a thinker. That mind is a thinker, also arise and fall. Where the mind arises, it falls there. So the hardest thing is to attain the mind that is a knower, that is a stable observer. But we have to practice. You can practice anywhere you like, any way you like. Be mindful and know so of the mind that is lost often. As we know so that the mind is lost, the mind that is the knower would arise. So you can use any foundation. You can use the body as the foundation. As the mind drifted away from the body, you can know so, and then the mind become a knower. Or you can use the mind as the foundation. You can know so that the mind is happy, unhappy. You can use this any four foundation to practice mindfulness. So one day you can really see the mind. The mind that is a stable observer is the mind that is with the correct samadhi. And the mind that is with correct samadhi is also arise from the correct sati or mindfulness. So we have to practice mindfulness. So when the correct mindfulness arises, it gives rise to the correct samadhi. The way to practice that is to know so when the mind is lost. When the mind is lost, as soon as you see that the mind is lost, then the correct sati or the correct mindfulness recognize that the mind was lost. When the correct sati arises, then the correct samadhi will follow. So keep practicing all the time. You can know so right now when the mind is moving just a little bit. When the mind wander away, you forgot your body and your mind. As soon as the body moves, you would recognize that the mind was lost. Then the correct mindfulness would arise. You can be aware of the body right away. So as soon as the mind is lost, when we see that the mind was lost, the mind become the mindfulness would see that, and the knower mind would arise. And as the correct mindfulness arises, the correct samadhi would also arise. So this is why some masters say that as you breathe, as the mind drifted away from the breathing, as you know so, just know so as the mind drifted away from the breath. You should know so as the mind drifted away from the body. Or you can know so as the mind drifted away from the feeling aggregates. The mindfulness arises on its own. It is automatic. As soon as this automatic mindfulness or the correct mindfulness arises, the correct samadhi would arise as well. As you practice more often, the noble mind would arise more frequently, and then you will have the samadhi that is a strong samadhi. This is why Luang Por kept telling us, the student, to be aware. Many people has prospered, and many people have become the stable observer, and they cultivate the wisdom now. Because they have sati often, they have mindfulness often. When they have this correct mindfulness often, they will have correct samadhi often, and the mind become a stable observer, a knower. So when the correct sati arises, the correct samadhi will follow. So those people who practice often, they will have this arise often, and they will have the noble mind so often that can see the true phenomena of the body and the mind. So they will see the truth of the body and the mind, and they are just nothing but suffering. There's no point of trying to hold on to them. It's like the lit coal that, although it looks beautiful, that is red, brightened, we don't want to hold on to it because it would burn our hands. It's just nothing but bring us suffering. When we see the phenomena as it truly is. The mind becomes dispassionate. When the mind becomes dispassionate, it can let go. When it can let go, then the mind will be liberated from suffering. For example, like Luangpa's holding on to the mask. It's like we are holding on to the 5 aggregates. As we let go of the mask, the hand is free, like the mind is free from suffering. So if we can see the body and the mind as they truly are, that they are nothing that we should hold on to, we can let go of them. As we can let go of them, the mind can be truly liberated, free from suffering. The mind no longer grasps onto the physical or the mental objects. Arahants, they do not grasp on to the mind anymore, but we still do. So there's no more work we have to do. If we can let go of them, the mind is pure. There's no more work that we have to do. But for those who can let go, they still have the form, the physical form, that they still have some burden that they have to do, which is to eat, to sustain this form. But the mind is truly free. There's no more suffering. This is the teaching from the Lord Buddha. If you keep listening to the Dhamma talk by Luangpa, and we can pay attention to ourselves, we'll see that our mind keeps progressing. When Luangpa travels and see people on the road, he could tell which one who listened to Luangpa's teaching and practice, they look better, because before their minds are burned with suffering, so it shows in their faces. Now that when they are less suffer, the face looks better. Is today's teaching difficult? If you do not understand, you can re-listen to it again. All of you are not dumb. Luangpa is not, he said that he's not smarter than us, but Luangpa persevere a lot. Luangpa keep practice all the time. Like for those of you listeners that you are not practicing continuously, you keep picking up your phones. Luangpa persevere and follow the master instruction. Dedicate to the practice. When Luangpu Sim met with Luangpa, when Luangpa was a lay person, Luangpu Sim said to Luangpa that you over there, you will be the important person to help Buddhism prosper. So Luangpa feel like he have to persevere and practice diligently. So today's Dhamma talk lasts about 45 minutes. Luangpa need a little break. Number 4, we can start with you first. Number 4. In formal practice, I sit in meditation for about 30 minutes a day and spend the remaining time doing the walking meditation. Throughout the day, I try to continue practicing by being aware of the breath. I tend to get lost in thought often. When I go out to study or meet friends, the more I talk, the longer I remain lost. I notice a great deal of unwholesome thinking. I am someone who strongly wants to be good and capable. Please tell me what to do next. หลวงพ่อ compliment that it's good that you realize you see your defilement. Right now, your mind is out. Can you tell? Think about your body as you breathe in. You don't have to pull the mind back. Let the mind be. Just be aware of your body. Just think of your body. Just comfortably think of your body. Be aware of your body. Can you tell that right now is different from before? Before your mind was out. Don't try to control the mind to stay in. Just be aware of your body normally, and then the mind will return on its own. Number one. Number one, while I practice formal meditation according to your teaching, I notice that the mind becomes joyful on its own. I can see the memory arising. When the mindfulness is not there, the mind becomes dull and troubled. I find myself less interested in the external matters because they make my mind restless and distracted. While meditating and knowing the breath, I see the light appear and seem to turn back toward the body. When the body feels that it was disappearing, it's just a tiny part of the universe. A thought arose that even this experience is not lasting. Do I practice correctly? หลวงพ่อ replied, yes. You can see that even this body is just the tiny part of the universe. Our thought is just like the dream. It arises and it's nothing more there. Everything arises and fall. Just notice this. Number two. Just a moment. Number one, when you be aware, don't stress out about that. Just observe normally. When the mind is not happy, when the mind is stressed, you cannot attain samadhi. Number two. Previously, I practiced formal meditation by sitting in the morning and in the evening. On days then when there is a Dhamma talk, I will meditate while listening as well. Since the beginning of this year, I do the walking meditation after listening to the Dhamma. While walking, I do not feel sleepy or heavy as I sometimes do during the sitting meditation. Please tell me what to do next. That is normal. If you sit, the mind is either busy or the mind is down and sleepy. So you should walk more. Persevere. Yesterday, there was a group of people who came to see Luangpo. They came to make offering to the monks. There was one. Luangpo do not remember this person's name. But Luangpo remembered that his mind was like a devil. Like it needs to know everything. Or call a devil or Mara. And very stubborn. But the good thing about this person is that he never give up. Keep practicing and never give up. And his mind become progress much. And he asked, what do you do? That person replied, I do a lot of walking meditation until the mind is a stable observer. And this person realized that before when he practiced, it was all wrong. And the thought that he understood from thinking, they are useless. You have to see the phenomena as it is. You have to see. So that person is no longer a Mara. Mara is no longer exist. But don't worry, there's a lot of Mara around. There's a lot in here too. So you have to walk, number 2. If you can still walk, you should walk. And as you walk, be aware of your body. As you do the walking meditation, it does not matter how long and how far you walk, but you have to be aware of your body. If you can be aware of your body for 3 hours, you will have the mind that is a stable observer. When you have that, you will no longer doubt about the teaching. Many people do not have any more doubt. Like this person in this hall, this person like to make a lot of offering, and every day always the mind is busy about making offering. But now this person, the mind has become a stable observer, and the mind is cultivating wisdom. Number 3. Recently, I have been feeling sleepy even when I'm doing the walking meditation. And if I sit and meditate, I often fall asleep. I try to walk 3 hours a day, but on the days when I am very tired, I cannot complete the full 3 hours. I get angry easily. When I get angry, I feel guilty and think of myself as a bad person with many defilements. At times, I can see that one who was angry and the one who knows the anger now are not the same. The anger person from a moment ago has passed away, and now there is a new one. Please tell me what to do next. You should not talk to other people too much. It would be a waste of time. Only talk when it is necessary. You look better. Keep practicing more. Whoever practice, they will receive the understanding. They will gain the benefit. No, so when the mind wanders off, drifted away, you should do the practice that involve moving more. Number 5, the number 5 practice is good too. Number 5, I learned Dhamma through YouTube teachings. In formal practice, when sitting, I observe the body breathing. During the walking meditation, I know the body is walking. I spend more time walking than sitting. In daily life, I know the body and the mind as they are. I notice that I can see the phenomena arising and ceasing more quickly than before. Please tell me what to do next. Luang Por replied, very good, you just keep practicing more. Number 6, in formal practice, I do 1 hour of sitting meditation and 1 hour of walking meditation. I also use Buddha as my meditation object. In daily life, I try to be aware of my feelings and mental states. But most of the time, I get lost in thought, distracted, and feel sad. The mind is not as stable yet. I cannot clearly see the mind flowing toward the objects. Please tell me what to do next. Luang Por replied, you have progressed much. You don't have to rush the process. Keep practicing. Don't be greedy. Don't try to rush it. Otherwise, it will even slower your progress even more. Number 7, I practice meditation before going to sleep and after waking up. During the day, I train myself to be aware in the present moment. I get lost often and tend to be attached to wanting to do well. When I notice that I have to drifted off, I have sati. I try to often practice often. When I don't have enough samatha, I cannot let go completely. Please tell me what to do next. You practice correct. You don't have enough sati, enough samadhi. When you don't have enough samadhi, you don't have the wisdom. The wisdom is something that can eradicate the defilement. Keep practicing step by step. Don't give up. Don't worry about the world too much. Don't worry about other people. Keep practicing. Otherwise, it will be like the head of the train that trying to pull the other carts that following the head of the trains. Don't worry about everything else too much. Be at the present. Number 8. Number 8, chant in the morning, practice walking meditation, and do sitting meditation using reciting Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. I feel my defilements are strong and deeply rooted. Conceited is strong, and the mind is often restless and distracted. I try to learn about the body and the mind as they truly are, but most of the time I think I practice incorrectly. I tend to move in and observe the mental states too closely and often interfere with the mind. I can see how unreliable the mind is, and I can sense the ego, the I wanting to be capable, important. Please tell me what to do next. Luang Por replied, keep you practicing well, and you will see that the mind is trying to grasp the mental and the physical objects. Keep practicing, you practice well. Number 4, now your mind is restless. That is all the Dhamma talk for today. อนุโมทนาค่ะ